You are welcome back to TDS Online Maths. Alright. In today's tutorials, we are going to look at simultaneous equation. So we have to solve simultaneous linear equation in two variables. Alright. So before we start, when we say something is simultaneous, or the word simultaneous, well, it means doing two or more things at the same time. So if you are doing two or more things at the same time, it's termed as simultaneous. Alright. So with this, you'll be given two equations whereby you ask to find the variable. So in this case, you'll be given something like, let's say, ax plus by equals to 4. Let's say cx plus dy equals to 5. And we're asked to solve for x and y. Okay? Alright, so that's what we are going to do. But before we start, we have three good methods of solving simultaneous equation. So we have the elimination method, okay? We have the substitution, then the third one has to do with graphical method. Alright. So without wasting much time, let's dive into elimination method. So elimination method. Now with the idea of elimination method, in case we're given two equations, say 5x plus 7y equals to 5, okay, and 2x plus 3y equals to, let's say, 2. Now, if you are given these equations, so we have equation 1 and 2, you are asked to solve this using elimination method, okay? Now, the first thing to do is to check. Now, if you want to eliminate, let's say, x, you have to make sure you observe the coefficients very well. Now, for instance, from equation 1, let's assume I want to eradicate x. I want to remove x from the equation. So I'll check the coefficient of this x, okay? So I have 5 from equation 1 and 2 from equation 2, okay? Now, since 5 and 2 are not the same, there is no way we can eliminate x through the elimination method, okay? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to balance equation 1 and 2 by multiplying the equation 2 by this 5 here, and do same to equation 1 by using this 2. Now let's see. Now if I multiply equation 1 by this 5, I will get the new equation to be 5 to 10x 5 3 15 5 to 10. So let's name this one the third equation. Now let me also multiply equation 1 by 2. 2 5 10, okay, 2 7 14 2 5 10. Okay, now let's look at the new equations here. So we have the coefficient of x to be 10 and that of 2 to be 10. Now with this we can eliminate x because the coefficients are equal. Alright, now let's assume that we want to eliminate y from here, okay? So to eliminate y, let's check the coefficient. So we have 7 here, we have 3 here. They are not the same. So to make it equal, use the coefficient of equation 2, that is y, to multiply equation 1. Then use the coefficient of y from equation 1 to multiply equation 2. Now let's look at that. So equation 1 times 3. Okay. So 3 5 15. So I'll get 15x 3, 7, 21, 21y, 3, 5. Now let me use the 7 here to multiply equation 2. Now 7 to 14, so I'll get 14x. So 7, 3, 21, I have 21y. So 7 to 14. So let's check. We want to remove this y. So let's take the coefficient. Now we have 21, 21, and therefore we can eradicate the y. I hope you understand. Alright, so that's the idea of elimination method. Alright, so one more thing. Now before we can move ahead, or before we solve examples, there is one thing you need to know. Now, if you are solving a question, for instance, so have this. Okay, so let's look at the signs here. We have minus here, we have plus here. Okay, then write the same thing. 2x minus 3y equal to 4. 6x minus 3y equal to 5. Okay, so with the idea of elimination, with this one, because of this minus and plus, now when we add the two equations, so this one will vanish. Then with this one, same sign here, we need to subtract. Okay, so let me add the third one, same thing, 2x plus 3y is equal to 4 plus 3y is equal to 5. So we have same thing here, same thing here, but let's observe the signs. So we have minus plus. Whether it is plus or minus, we have to add, because minus plus, for instance, minus 3 plus 3 will vanish. Okay, and we have 3 here, 3 here. When you subtract, it will go. We have minus here, minus here. When you subtract, it will go. Alright, so that is the idea. Alright, so let's solve examples. So let's solve examples, proper examples. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's look at this example. We are going to solve this equation by elimination method. Alright, so we are going to use elimination method. So let's name the first equation, equation 1. Then the second one, equation 2. Alright. So we are going to observe the coefficient. So it depends. Now student A can say, right, I wanna remove the coefficient of, I wanna remove x from here. Somebody to also say, I wanna remove y. But observe the coefficient of y here. We have 2 here, we have 2 there. So you shouldn't think of anything, just go ahead by removing y. So we can subtract any of the equation, whichever we get the same thing. So let's subtract equation 1 from 2. So 2 minus 1. Okay, so we want to subtract. Now let's see. Now once we do that, since we have the coefficients here to be equal, the y will vanish. Alright, so that we can work in terms of x. Alright, now let's subtract. So we have 5x minus 3x. So I'll get this 5x minus 3x. Okay, so plus, so we have 2y minus 2y. So we've done this, equals, so we have 20 minus 16. We have this. So let's subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. We have 2x. Now 2y minus 2y will go. 20 minus 16 is 4. So with this we can solve for x. So I'll divide both sides by 2. This one will cancel. So x equals 2. Alright, so that is very simple. We have x to be 2. Now that we know the answer for one variable, we'll go back to the two equations, okay, and use our first answer to solve for the other variable. So we found x, so we can use any of the equations to solve for y. So whichever equation, we get the same thing. So let's use equation 1. So from equation 1, from equation 1, we have 3x plus 2y, but x is what? 2. So where you see x, you put 2 there. So I have 3 times x, which is 2, plus 2y equals to 16. 3 to 6 plus 2y equal to 16. So I'll send the 6 to the other side. It will be 16 minus 6, which is 10. So 2y equals to 10. So divide both sides by 2. Therefore, y equals to 5. Okay. Now, to check whether your answer is correct, that is how we do it. So just use the answers. So let's go back to the equation. We know x and y. So let's test it from here. So we know x to be 2. So it's 2. Let me put 2 there. And y to be 5. Okay. So 3 to 6 plus 2, 5, 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. So this side is 16. So we are correct. You can also use the equation 2 to test. You get the same thing. Alright. So let's look at the next example. Alright, so this is our next example. So we have equation 1 to be 6a minus 3b equals to 9. And equation 2 to be that. Okay. So we have 2a minus 2b equals to 2. So we are still on the elimination method. Alright, so let's check the coefficients. So which variable do you want to remove? You want to move a or you want to move b? Okay, so I want to remove b. Okay, but the coefficients here are not the same. We have 3 here. Forget about the minus. And we have 2 here. So let's make them equal. So what we are going to use this 3 here. Forget about the minus. Use this 3 here to multiply equation 2. And use this 2 here to multiply equation 1. To get a balanced coefficient. Okay. Alright, so the next equation will be equation 3. So that will be equation 2 times 3. So let's multiply this one by 3. So 3 times equation 2a. So 3 times 2. So this one will be 6a. 6b equal to 6. So let's call this one the third equation. And let's use 2 to multiply equation 1. So 2, 6, 12. 2, 3, 6. 2, 9, 18. So equation 4. So let's observe the coefficients now. So we have 6 here, 6 there. So this one is smaller, next 6, right? So we can remove the b. Okay. So let's subtract. Alright. So let's subtract equation 3 from 4. Okay. So 12 minus 6. Okay. 12 minus 12a minus 6a. Okay. So minus 6. Be very careful. We want to subtract. So minus. Before you are minus 6b. Don't mess up. We are subtracting. So we have minus 6b already. And this is the subtraction sign. And this is the minus 6b. Don't mess up. Equals to 18 minus 6. So it's 12 minus 6, 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay. So we have 6. Now we have minus 6 minus, to this side we plus. So it will be minus 6 plus 6. So this side will be minus 6 plus minus 6b plus 6b. So to go. So we have 18 minus 6. So I'll get 12. So divide both sides by. So a is what? 2. So we have a to 2. So we have a to 2. So let's use any of the equations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 to solve for b. Okay, so let's use equation 3, or you can use 1. Now we are going to use both the new equations and then the old ones and see the answer. So let's use equation 1 for the sake of our lesson. So a is 2, so let's substitute 2 here from equation 1. So 6 times 2 minus 3b equals to 9. 6 to 12 minus 3b equals to 9. So we have 12 minus 9 equals to 3b. Okay, so we have 3 here equals to 3b. So b is equal to 1. Okay, so let's use equation 3 and see. So let's see. So a is 2, so we have 6 times 2 minus 6b equals to 6. 6 to 12, so minus 6 is equal to 6b. So we have 6 equal to 6b, therefore b is equal to 1. So it tells you that whichever equation that you use, you get the same thing. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, so we have 2 set of questions. Try them and put the answers under the comment section below. Alright, so if this is our first time, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more updates. Alright, so in our next tutorials, we are going to look at the substitution method. Alright, so thanks for watching.